Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about honoring you and your mission by honoring your physical and digital space. All right, let's dig in. So, what I want to talk to you about today, I'm super passionate about, I'm super fired up about, is that your surroundings and your environment, whether that be your home office, whether we're talking about your inbox, whether we're talking about your digital files, it directly impacts your ability to own your own worth, own your own value, and it also directly impacts your ability to spread your mission and grow your mission in the world. If your physical office space is in disarray, if it is in chaos, if it doesn't feel like your own space, if you don't have your own space, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I hear a lot of entrepreneurs and coaches and consultants that I work with talk about how, oh yeah, I have a home office, but it's just full of junk and I work at the kitchen table. Or, yes, I have an own home office, but it's my husband's domain, so that on the weekends when he needs to work, he can use it. I don't work in my office because it stresses me out because there's so many papers. On and on and on, right? All of these things. And there's no judgment. That's maybe your reality, right? It's their reality. And I will challenge you in saying that if you're not taking a stand for the physical space in which you are trying to launch and perpetuate and grow and thrive this important mission that you have in the world, then you are not necessarily taking things serious enough. And I mean that with absolute love. Okay, this is super, it's way more confrontational than I intended this to sound. But it's the reality. If you don't think the thing that you do, you bring, you deliver, you spread in the world is important enough to have its own space, to be organized, to not have chaos, then I think you need to evaluate where you are. And a lot of times, this isn't about the value you bring to your mission, it's about the value you bring to yourself. Maybe the underlying root is that you don't think you're good enough. Maybe, I see this and feel this and hear this a lot with my clients, maybe it is that you are afraid or don't feel safe or don't feel like you're valuable enough to take up space. You deserve to take up space in your life, in your home, in your business, in the world. You are important. Do you hear me? You are important. And what you are uniquely crafted, aligned, perfected to bring to this world is important. We literally need you. We need more love in this world. We just need it, okay? And you are a vessel for love. The way you are specifically wired, uniquely have talents and gifts and life experiences, good and bad, that make up who you are and what you bring to the world and your perspective, that is what we need. And by you not allowing yourself to take up space, you are signaling your family, the world, your, God, spirit, whatever words you use, that you're not ready, you are okay with the way things are right now, you don't want to grow, and that you're not valuable enough, which is not true. It's just darn not true, okay? So, that took a turn. That wasn't where I was expecting to go with that. But seriously, I love you, and I believe in you. And you having a clean and organized office space, you having your own space as your own office that is just yours, that is your domain, is important whenever possible. I understand there's some situations where not possible, but literally make accommodations, okay, for yourself. I get a lot of comments because I live in a nice size house here outside Pittsburgh, and on our main floor, we have, when we first moved in, there was a formal living room, a formal dining room, a kitchen, an eat-in, like, dining area, and then what would be, I guess, a family room or a den, and then the foyer and the bathroom. That's all on the main floor. And then we have 4 bedrooms upstairs, and we have a basement. And a lot of people are like, oh, so do you work out of a bedroom? Or, oh, do you work in the basement? And guess what? I don't. I took the formal living room and the formal dining room. There is nothing living room or dining roomy about my space. My office is in what would be, I have a desk, I have, office furniture, all that jazz. My office is in what would be the formal dining room, and what would be the formal living room, which is directly behind the camera, is my conference room. And I host clients there, I host VIP events there, I brainstorm, I write, I create in that space, I do videos in that space, I do videos in this space as well. And I literally have a third of the main living floor. There are 5 of us living in this house, and I have a third of the main living floor. But guess what? I'm home all day. I'm worth it. My mission is worth it. You're worth it. The reason that I'm willing to take up this much space and face some jokes and ridicule and weird eye glances from people in my community when they find out that I've taken over a third of my living space in my home for my business, which they probably think is like, oh, her nice little business, right? Is because I'm important, you are important, and me helping you do what you need to do as the important person in the world that you are is worth taking up space for. And so I take up space, and I am loud about it, right? This is like taking a whole mindset turn I didn't expect it to take, but I am willing to speak my voice about it. In the past, when I was a little girl, because sometimes speaking our voice is about taking up space too, right? So that's why I'm tying this in. When I was a little girl, I remember even being in middle school and high school. That's not that little, but I was so afraid to hurt someone else's feelings that I would not advocate for my own needs or desires, to the point that I would be at a restaurant, and if I ordered a hamburger, and things like this did happen, and the server were to bring me a chicken patty, like a grilled chicken sandwich, okay? I would not tell them that they gave me the wrong food because I did not want to hurt their feelings or ruin their day. Okay? That server did not care that, I mean, maybe they would care, like they would feel bad for me, but they don't care if I got a hamburger and or if they gave me a grilled chicken sandwich instead of a hamburger. They'd be like, oh my gosh, let me fix it. But I was so afraid of taking up space, of speaking my mind, of allowing others to feel a negative emotion or have to experience some form of discomfort, that I was willing to eat this grilled chicken sandwich that I didn't want and didn't taste good to me, right? I didn't want a grilled chicken sandwich. I wanted a hamburger. And so I share that because of the whole taking up space, right? It's about the physical space you take up. It's about, what are you allowing to come into your inbox? Man, this is turning into like a roll here. But really, what are you allowing to come into your inbox? At the turn of the new year, I'm always very selective about what I allow to come in my inbox, but a few things have started sneaking in that I had allowed here and there. And so I unsubscribed from probably between my personal inboxes and my business inbox, probably 20 people. And some of those were really good friends of mine. I don't pay attention to who exactly unsubscribes from mine, but I know some people do, so I've always had a fear around hurting someone's feelings by unsubscribing from their newsletter. But I follow them on social media. I talk to them. They're my business friends, right? I got this, but I don't need their emails in my inbox taking up my time, space, and energy every single week or multiple times a week, even though I love them and I want them to succeed and I promote them when they have something going on, right? It doesn't mean I need their emails. So I'm saying all of this to say that where I want you to think about this. Where are you not taking a stand for yourself, your business, and your mission? Is it that you allow your immediate physical space in your office to be messy? Is it, or disorganized? And maybe it's a time thing. I get it, right? Or is it that you aren't staking a claim in your physical space, whether that's creating a home office for yourself or possibly getting an office out of the home, which is going to cost more money and you don't want to do that because you're afraid of like making waves of some sort? Or is it about your digital space? Is it about saying no more nonsense coming into my inbox? If I don't want it, it doesn't belong there. If it doesn't offer me the most ridiculous value ever and be exactly what I need right now. Or maybe it's about organizing your digital files, right? What is it for you? What is that thing that's holding you back the most, where you're least able to take a stand for yourself? That's where I want you to think about and focus this week. And here's the thing. I was working with a new client last week, or a couple weeks ago. She's brilliant and amazing. And she has been, at the same time, she's really been tolerating not having her space be her own space, not taking a stand for her mission and her brilliance. And there's no judgment, right? It's about that being willing to take up space, which is really scary and can be a really huge block for a lot of women. Okay? And I encouraged her to inconvenience others, because some part of it had to do with other people's belongings. I encouraged her to inconvenience others, take a stand for herself, and she is rocking it. It's about scheduling it. Yeah, you're busy. We're all busy. Who cares? Set aside a day, one weekend. If you have kids, find someone to watch your kids, or plop them in front of a movie marathon of Harry Potter or Peppa Pig or whatever, and focus on you. Draw that line in the sand and watch the amazing magic that will rush into your life and your business like you've never believed. Okay? I believe in you and I love you, and you have so got this. I want to hear what your thoughts are in the comments. I know I've been talking a long time, but I got really passionate about this just now. So I would love to hear your comments. If you're like, oh my gosh, where do I even start with all these things? Feel free to reach out to me on my website, fullspectrumproductivity.com. There's a get started button and you can schedule a virtual tea with me. If you just want a resource to help you see, gosh, I have all this information in my business, I have all these loose pieces, I want to create systems, and that's how it's time for me to take a stand for my business, then I encourage you to download my free checklist from my website, 33 systems every small business must have to be successful. And that's at fullspectrumproductivity.com. And you can just click that right on the homepage and get that for yourself. So share below what your big aha is. I love you so much. You have got to, it's time for you to take a stand. It's your time, okay? I love you and I believe in you and I want you to keep thriving, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.